I pushed the friggin' button.
That's not the word I was using.
Well, I know, but we're trying to be clean. Not that we are, but
So are you going to start the timer?
no, because we haven't started the show. We're just...
You said you pushed the button.
Yeah, I did.
Which button?
Oh, you're pushing my buttons.
Well, James, I got an... Okay, so we must be live. I got a notification that we're
look at
live.
We're live.
It says we're live. So how
Yes.
come it's not... So why did you push the button?
I did push the button. Okay. You ready to start the show, or should we...
Well, I
Give it a
thought
moment.
that's what you meant when you said you pushed the button.
Okay.
So you said we're recording. Does that mean we're not broadcasting when we're recording?
No. Well, not until I
Well,
push
yes
the button
or
and go
no?
live.
Well, okay. You said you pushed the button.
I'm going to slap you. 3 hours of sleep, man. 3 hours of sleep, and you're doing this to me?
Wait.
What?
Yeah, like a bad set of brakes.
Thanks.
You just whining and whining and whining.
Yeah.
Start the damn show.
Okay, starting the damn show. Timer first.
Come on, big boy.
Here we go.
In a world where some people like to wear a Mr. T starter kit and still think that they are cool, and where the mullet is still offered as a reasonably good choice for a fashionable haircut. In a world where castoreum, which is used as vanilla flavoring in candies, baked goods, etc., is actually a secretion from the anal glands of beavers, comes a podcast that you would swear was the secretion from the anal glands of the universe, and listening to the Dude I Got an Idea podcast should make you want to take a shower afterward. However, if you want to listen to the internet's biggest asshats James McEwen and Greg Mason, who am I to say anything about it? But if you are one of those delicate little flowers who are offended by everything including their own shadow, then you best tune out. But if you have balls that go clink every time you stand up, well then you should probably have that looked at. That can't be good. Now grab some beer and pretzels and get ready to have your time wasted. You have been warned. Balls.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Hey, good evening. It is April 26th, 2017. This is our 40th show, and we thank you for coming on board with us tonight on the Dude, I Got an Idea show.
Hey, we did that right.
Yeah, finally. That's a
Yeah,
first. I was
yeah,
expecting you to fall asleep because I thought I heard you snoring over there after lack
No.
of sleep that you've told me about, 40 or 50 times.
3
Anyways,
hours. 3 hours.
this is Greg Mason.
And I'm very tired, James McEwen.
Bad set of brakes. Anyways, welcome to the show. Tonight we've got a kind of a bizarre, interesting, whatever kind of a topic you want to call it. Yeah, what do we call? How do we say this one?
Well, I kind of teased it as the mystery topic, mainly because we didn't have a topic until just a few minutes ago. It's been that kind of week. We had all weekend. Greg was at the shoot on Saturday at the bus stop.
We
for
got to talk.
Pinnacle.
We're going to talk about that for a little bit too.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because I definitely want to talk about that shoot and my take as just a total amateur coming into this thing, and how excited I am about seeing it put together. I think Ken's on top of something on this one.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he wasn't on the others. The other ones were funny, but this one is just downright damn creepy. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, yeah. So you were at the shoot all day Saturday, and
Right.
then So that day we had a shoot, but we had a problem with the location. We had to change locations, and then there were some problems with sound, and so we had to get started late. So we didn't get done wrap up until after 2 a.m. And then I had to get home and get to bed almost 4, and then got up and went to work. So,
You know, it's and I told you the day before, text me, I may show up. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good anyways. I needed to lay down. My legs hurt so bad, but because I'd have walked out, I'd have reached a point and I said, that's it, I got to go home and get some sleep.
Yeah. So, Greg,
Yes.
you wanted to talk about your perspective a little bit?
I do.
Well, go for it.
So the actress playing Penny absolutely blew me away. Incredibly great. She is top notch. To be able to see both sides of her, both the character side of her as well as the personal side, was absolutely amazed. And that young lady is only 19 years old. To watch her go into character and the way she did things was absolutely amazing. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was amazing to watch. Then, of course, I saw the video logs that she had done on YouTube. And the only word I can think of is creepy, scary, amazing.
Yeah, so if you're wondering what Greg is talking about, and this is a project that we had the director on as a guest originally to talk about his one of his other projects, and then we asked him what he was doing upcoming, and he's talking about this new one, Penny Palabras, and both of us have kind of got involved in the production of it, and
well, you have been you're very involved in it. Me, I just work security for one of the shoots at the Lacey bus terminal.
Right. But so if you're interested in finding out what he's talking about, you can go to pennypalabras.com or go to the Penny Palabras YouTube channel, and you can check out those video logs that Greg's talking about.
You know, the thing is all I could say is, if you like a good story, this seems to be a really good story. It's well put together, and Ken's doing a great job of directing and managing the whole thing. And Penny is an incredibly unique character, and the young lady who's playing her is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, Dina, there's her name, and Dina is just amazing. Well, all of our actors have been amazing.
The whole crew's amazing. I will say the whole crew's amazing. It was a lot of fun working with them, getting a chance to meet everybody and see Ken and his guys again. But standing there watching it, and I almost sound like what are those people called? Fanatic? No.
Fans?
Well, yeah, I guess fan is short for fanatic. But
yeah.
It was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to see. It was a lot of fun to watch her portray the characters, and that kid too that was getting on the bus. The other three kids that were talking to her.
Steven. Yeah,
he did good. He's really good at playing that Leave It to Beaver type of guy. You know, well, Penny, you're gonna miss. You know, and
yeah, he plays Steven, one of Penny's friends, and he's one to watch. Just a little foreshadowing there. Anyway, Sam has joined us, and he had a comment. How long until I can see it? Well, Sam, if you go to pennypalabras.com or go to the YouTube channel and search Penny Palabras, and that's spelled Palabras, Palabras, you can check out those video logs right away. The actual production won't be...
Well, it's not just... Hang on a sec. I'm going to correct you a little bit here. It's Penny, Penny.
Well, yeah, that
Palabras.com.
Right.
So that you have the full
address.
Complete spelling right.
3 hours. Leave me alone.
Really?
He's looking at me.
3 hours.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
wait. Oh,
the
shit! I got to pick this up. Hold on. I'm going to get the violin off the floor so I can play a really sad, soft song.
Yeah. Okay. I should probably hand you the mouse at this point. So there you go. Anyway, so you can look at stuff and.
I got water on the desk over here.
Oh, way to go, dude! And anyway, so
I got an idea. Give me a napkin.
Use your shirt, you bum. I keep trying to answer the question. The actual production is going to be 7 episodes for the first season, and they will be available. We're shooting for a release date of Halloween of this year. So check out the video logs. Those are available now, and they're coming out each. There's going to be 12 video logs to help move you into getting you excited about the story. And
you know,
then-
the
Yeah,
thing
go ahead.
is that I saw number 4 first because it just popped up on my feed, and then I watched it and was really kind of blown away. And so I thought, God, I got to see 1. So I started watching 1. Well, this was last night before I went to bed. I got about halfway through 1. I said, I'm done. I got to get sleep. If I watch this thing, I'll be awake all night.
Yeah, wait till you see the straw man. Craig's like, what the heck is the straw man?
No, I know that. It is. I'm curious. That was the thing, is that you said I can't wait till I see the Strawman. I've seen the Mask.
Right. But you haven't seen Bill's performance in it.
No,
And it's
not at
amazing.
all.
Bill Reed Jr. is our straw man, and he is amazing.
Well, the gentleman that was there, that was only there a short time, from Kits Up Fire.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't remember all the names. I apologize. How often is he in it?
He's playing the Ghost Man. He's also going to play a firefighter.
Oh,
For
okay.
One of the scenes that we have some firefighters.
Yeah, he did really good. I got a chance to talk to him as well, and it was a good conversation. Of course, then I found out he's a hose dragger, so it's like, really, he's just a firefighter. Anyways.
So it won't be a big reach for him to play a firefighter. So
yeah, real big reach, about that far.
yeah.
Shorter than it will be a longer reach than your patience this evening.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm a little bit cranky, as they say.
Hey, come on! I was doing good reading though tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
It's-
you want to give the news?
Well,
to
of
the
course
Dude
I
Nation?
do, because I'm the one that came up. I didn't come up with the idea. I'm the one that presented it, and that was we are currently putting together the audio book for Hammer's War Series. This is going to be the first book. I'm the reader, and James is telling me all the stuff I'm screwing up on. He's trying to get me to do my announcer voice as well as put a little inflection into it. And since this is my first, since I'm a virgin on this thing, James is helping to. Well, anyways, I
Okay.
realized what I started to say, and I thought, no, I better not say
See,
that.
well, you,
we will not record something like that. Anyway, so James is getting me reading, and so
Yeah.
we're through to about page 11, about halfway through the first chapter right now.
Yeah, it's in our world. It's called in production. So
In production.
yes,
We're going to try to get this out. We're going to. I see, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I see us jumping from books 1 all the way to to almost current. Would love to release them at the same time, but I don't know if that's possible.
No, we'll do one at a time.
Right, and I'm editing book 4.
Yep.
And I have decided that in life, certain words should be excommunicated from certain words should be excommunicated from the dictionary. However, they aren't.
What's funny about that is that everybody has the words that they use a lot in their vernacular.
Right.
And you don't realize how much you use that word until you write. And the first book, I had the people who helped me edit the first book pointed out that almost all my characters would start out a lot of the sentences with "well," and so that was the word that I used too much in the first book, and so I had to go back and cut out all those wells. And now if I start to find myself using "well," I get rid of it right away.
So I have so do me a favor.
Yeah.
I just want you to do me a favor. Send me the original copy of book 4.
Okay.
I want it the way it was before I started editing,
Okay.
and there's a reason for it.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
and then
it.
once I figure out what the reason, once I determine the information I'm seeking, then I will tell you what I'm seeking and what I did and what the information is.
Of course, the people out there listening to this on the download have no idea what
Just
you're
have no
talking
idea.
about.
Okay, so I'll spill the beans here a little bit. The favorite word that James
Of
is
book
using
4.
of book 4 is however. And I actually decided to go into the thesaurus and find a ton of different ways to say however. Be that as it may, in spite of, nonetheless, but, still, all that stuff. And I've been changing it. And the thing is that yesterday, was it yesterday I sent you that text?
Yes.
I said effing FF, however, FFFF, and it was just, and when I say F, I was using the full word, and it was all capitalized because I had gotten so tired of hearing you say, however.
Just made you want to go.
It wanted me, yeah, worse. No, I'd already done that, and I thought, I'm going to, It's probably a good
That
thing.
you felt like this.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes, we have sound effects now.
Anyways, I really sounded it. I really did sound that way. Because I was just getting aggravated with this word. And
You know why I was doing that? Because I was typing "but" too much, and I thought, well, I got to use other words, and I got stuck on "however." So
okay, so what
are we
program
gonna
do you
talk about
type this
our
in?
actual topic?
Right,
or?
but what program do you type this in?
Word.
Doesn't it have a thesaurus in it?
No, automatic one. You have to
yeah.
actually use it.
You're right. You got to use it.
And
Oh my God!
Stream of consciousness. When
what
you're
a-
writing, you
what
don't
a
think about that stuff.
concept.
You just go. But anyway,
What an absolute concept. Use the thesaurus.
I will stab you.
All
better
right,
yet,
so-
there's a stapler in front of you. I'll staple you. Staple you to the chair.
Yeah, but the stapler's on my side, which means I can throw it back at
That's
you.
true.
Okay, so let's get into our topic. And our topic is
The robot revolution.
the robot revolution.
Which a lot of people don't understand what that means and what it is. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight.
Okay, so tell us what it is.
Well, there was this little thing beginning of the last century called the Industrial Revolution. And when people went from, or companies and stuff went from using a lot of human labor, they were able to cut out a lot of jobs by using machines. The weavers, in particular, were hit hard when they created the automatic looms, the machine looms.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's where the word sabotage comes from. You know the origin of that word?
No.
Sabotage.
Sabotage. It sounds French.
It's actually Dutch.
Sabotage?
Yeah, because of the shoes, the sabots, the wooden shoes that they wore.
Sure.
Yeah, the workers were so
Those are called clogs.
Well, yeah, that's what we call them. Anyways, they would throw them into the machinery to break the machinery, hence sabotage. So
What does Taj mean?
I will
What, you're the one who
throw
brought
something
it up?
at you. Anyway, anything.
Look, it's my responsibility to ask incredibly stupid questions.
Well, we are now facing the robot revolution, where robots are taking over.
Robotage?
Or we're not taking. He's not going to let me get a word out tonight. He is really hammering me because he knows I've had 3 hours of sleep.
Sleepatage?
Yeah, sleep deprived.
Deprivatage? Wait,
Anyway, so
Eniotage?
yeah, shut up. Okay. So
Be that as it may.
the robot revolution. So yeah, we're facing it.
However-
We're facing the problem where robots are taking over more and more jobs.
Well, not only taking over jobs, but they are eliminating jobs that will never return.
Yeah. Well, we were at the Red Lion last night filming, and I noticed that they don't have a front desk anymore. They have 2 kiosks, check-in kiosks there. And until they have, it says coming soon, until they have it ready, they have a person up there with a tablet that helps you check in. But once those go live,
kidding.
no.
Well, it's like that. You've seen the industry's answer to the $15 hour minimum wage at McDonald's.
Yeah,
right?
the ordering kiosks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, folks, congratulations, you just screwed yourself right out of a job.
Yep.
Because those things are a lot cheaper to run. Because you could have one person running 6 kiosks, and when will it be that that you just have a guy that loads the machines with the burgers and and all the ingredients, and just squirts it out on the burgers, and it puts it all together, wraps it, and sends it down the pipe?
Yeah, well, they'll have robots that will eventually do all that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. How much longer till that?
Well, yeah, that's the big question. And see, the other thing is people don't realize, and what I wanted to talk a little bit about is the economic. What it's going to do to us economically when jobs disappear. How are people going to make a living?
It's already happening, though.
So there's going to be people need to prepare and realize that there's going to be there's going to be civil unrest, more uprisings, and there will be riots. There will be things that are coming with this revolution. But
geez, do you realize what next Monday is?
Is it May Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're doing a show on May Day.
Really? I guess
You know
we
what?
are.
Okay, so maybe our topic should be what is May Day and what are its origins? I kind of like that idea.
Okay. Since we're kind of talking about it on a roundabout way.
Right.
But I wasn't prepared for May Day. I didn't even think about the correlation between robots and May Day.
Well, no, until you just brought it up.
Yeah. But the big question is, will capitalism survive the robot revolution.
Why wouldn't it?
Well, because capitalism, you need competition and you need consumers. Well, if everyone but the top 10% who own and run the robots doesn't have work, how do they make a living? How do they consume your products?
So that's kind of an interesting question.
Yeah.
But okay, so taking from that standpoint, if we were to what is it if we were to project outwards, what you're saying is that would the opening of the robot revolution would be the beginning of the end.
Could be.
Because it would take it to a point where you no longer have consumers. If you don't have consumers, what good are the products? And if the products are no good and they're not being, they're not coming out, that the financial side starts to collapse, and then you have the people starting to revolt. Okay, this is a leap. You have the people starting to revolt because they're not getting food and so on and what they want because they don't have jobs. They can't take care of themselves.
Yep. So then does socialism take over? That's the big question. Is this push you're seeing, especially in this country, with all the young people following, Bernie Sanders and some of the other socialist inputs? Is it because they're looking at the future and saying there isn't going to be jobs for us because of the companies are downsizing and getting rid of all these jobs because they're automating everything? Maybe. I don't know. It's a good question.
But then if socialism takes over, who's in charge? The elites, because they have the money and the... Interesting, but I thought Bernie wasn't an elite.
Well...
Because socialism borders on communism.
Well, yeah. Socialism
kind of
is basically communism.
Right. Well, they like to have a different name for it because
Yeah.
communism's not popular.
Right.
Socialism sounds more friendly.
Yes. But...
what was that movie? Elysium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where all the rich people lived up on the
spaceship.
Yep,
and they had all the great stuff and
all the medications and all the great medical stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of comment going on in movies, books, sound. As a science fiction writer, I try to keep up on a lot of the stuff, and and I try to play with some of these comments as kind of a commentary on what's going on out there. And because one of the things is they're talking about is AIs, artificial intelligence. As robots and computers jump, the complexity of the circuit boards jump every 8 months to 2 years, doubling, and it's beginning to become faster and faster and faster. And it won't be much longer before computers will have the same processing speed, especially if they nail down the quantum computing, that of the human brain. And there goes my phone in the background.
I thought that was unplugged.
Yeah, I forgot to unplug it. Yeah, it happens. So hopefully my wife will pick that up. And
too ringy-dingy.
This is what happens when you broadcast out of your home. So,
wait. Okay, she picked it up.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing, though, is that while that may have the speed and all the complexity, et cetera, it doesn't have the emotional side of things, though.
Not yet. It's coming. What makes this different from a machine? Right now, machines are stupid. They do exactly what you tell them to.
Right, garbage in, garbage out.
You can program it to approximate a human being, but it can't really have the emotional feelings and the feelings of a human being. But if you get something like a quantum computer and you dial in those algorithms, you probably could create. That's one of my characters, Eve, is an AI that she evolves beyond her programming, which I don't know if you got into that part of the book, but actually that happened in the third book.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm editing book 4. Oh, anyways.
Well, I just remember the story. I don't remember where I break things up in the story.
What was it? Well, you also said, can I talk about book 4 and
Yeah,
make a
go
comment? Because you said in book 4 about, no, maybe it was in book 3.
It was book 3.
Where you have Eve on board the ship and you have Eve, the robot.
Right.
And yet, I think they're traveling in different directions emotionally.
They are. One stays where they're at, and the other one evolves.
Yeah, but is the one that's evolving going to come back and update the first one?
Actually,
or will they be separate?
They actually fight over it. That's another spoiler alert.
Is that in book 4?
That's in book 4. It's at the end of book 4. They start arguing back and
Oh.
forth because one thinks the other one's got corrupt files, and there's an argument that ensues. So, which is an interesting concept to play with as an author, is to play with this idea of a computer program or algorithm actually evolving into something more human, and then its mother program, the one that spawned the daughter program to run the body separately, they then clash.
Wait, but that's a human trait,
Mm-hmm.
and that's an ongoing thing that occurs with humans all the damn time.
Yeah. Well, in every story you have to have conflict. If you don't have conflict, you don't have a good story. But anyway,
Yeah, I was just trying to think, is there a good story that doesn't have conflict? But no, they all do.
yeah, no,
Because that's life.
yes,
Yes.
life is a struggle for everyone.
Life is hard, especially if you're stupid. Oh, sorry. I digress.
Are you calling me stupid?
If the shoe fits.
Where's my
Mouse.
You've got the mouse. I can't remember which one. Not that one. Oh, I had the sound down.
Oh, you got the sound down. I can't believe you did that.
What, this one?
Say what?
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway.
You don't like that one, though?
Oh, well, I don't care. You can say that one.
What the fuck was that?
Greg's having fun playing with the sound
Wait, what's
effects.
this one? That's the same as the other
That's
one.
just the short version.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
I was looking for my crickets. Oh, that's X. That's the...
Okay, so anyways, enough of the sound effects. Are we going to bring up that screen that you picked up about Britain?
Yes, that was one of the next things. Because also, I talk about those in my books. Is the love bots? Love bots.
Okay, so are they love bots or are they sex bots?
Well, they're
Why
sex
is the
bots, but we
chirping
call it
still going
love
on?
bots. It's because it's a long piece, and you have the button to hit stop. So I had to just turn it down.
So what do I do? Just hit stop?
Hit
down
stop. Yeah. So.
Here? Okay.
But yeah, in my universe, robots that are human-like that have plastiflesh, and they are almost
the flesh.
that's what we call it, plastiflesh. That is almost indistinguishable from a human being, cannot be by law more than just basically programmed to serve whatever purpose that they've been built for. So if they're a sex bot, they're to pleasure.
Okay, so
but
but again, we're going to get into. Couldn't we get into the argument though if they've evolved enough for emotions like Eve has?
well, Eve's a very complicated AI. She's not a basic
Okay,
program.
but you're also talking about, see, if they get to that point and we have these laws in place, why can't they blow past the laws?
Well, that's
The 3 laws.
that's something
That goes
that's
back to
Asimov.
no,
You're talking the 3 laws of
Will
robotics.
Smith.
What?
Yeah, Will Smith in the movie. he
Yeah,
was in.
I Robot, written by
Yes.
Asimov,
Right.
Isaac Asimov, and the three rules of robotics,
Right.
or 3 laws of robotics.
Okay, I didn't know Isaac wrote it, but
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, so there's an article that I found, a couple of them actually, that there's a company who's actually trying to build and get funding to build robot brothels in the UK. So you can go and have your whatever fantasy and do whatever you want with the robot, and you don't have to try to pressure women or talk women into whatever crazy things you want to do.
Oh, baby, you feel so good. You are so hard. I think I'm really hard, and you feel hard. But oh, sorry, that was a short. I'm sorry. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Well, I'm sure there will be some difficulties with the first generation. But have you watched the Westworld?
So are you saying it'll be hard?
Ooh, where's my boo?
Yeah, where's the no? Where's the? There it is. Crowd boo. It's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
But have you watched the Westworld series, the first on HBO?
no.
You need to watch that.
There's a series.
Yeah, there was the 1974 movie, but
Right.
But yeah, they did a series on
I thought they
HBO.
remade the movie too, though.
No.
But there's a series based upon that 1974 movie.
Yes.
But I don't watch much TV, though. I work so much that, because working 2 jobs doesn't leave you a lot of time to watch TV. I watched a little bit yesterday on Sunday, and I watched, what was the movie? There was a movie, Commando was on with
Arnold.
Arnold. And, of course, Ray Don Chong, but I didn't watch it because of her. But, well, anyways, I watched a little bit of that.
You know, Alyssa Milano was in that. She was the daughter. You know,
Wait,
Alyssa
who's?
Milano is.
No, I know the name, but I can't think of who. I can't put a face with it.
She went on to do the sitcom with Tony Danza, Who's the Boss or whatever.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then she went on to do Charmed and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway,
I've heard of those, but I didn't watch it. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm fidgeting.
You're playing with this. I'm like, I see this thing bounce around. I'm like, what the hell's going on over there?
But
James.
you've distracted me and got us off topic. But yeah, the robot brothel. I don't know.
Okay, so are you going to put the article up on the screen so that people can see it?
No, I wasn't prepared for that. Again,
Oh.
3 hours. I'm not thinking straight. So, but well, you can look at the.
Love machines. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you.
Okay.
This is the Sun, the Sun, THESUN.co.uk, and then it's a sex robot brothel could soon allow British men to indulge their wildest fantasies. It just sounds weird. Spanish firm Lummy Dolls looking for investors who want to fund a Robo Bordello in London. Or is it Bordello or Bordeo? Anyways.
I don't know.
British men could soon be visiting a seedy sex robot brothel that lets them live out their sordid fantasies without having to persuade real women to indulge them. So here's the thing, though, is I see an immediate leap from sordid fantasies, but that's already occurring, though, going from the... What are those dolls called?
Real dolls.
No.
You're talking the sex dolls?
Yeah.
The first company, the origin of it was called Real Dolls. Now, there's a whole bunch of others now that have come out since then, but the original company is Real Dolls, and they're the original, the best, the most expensive.
Right, and they're see, that's the thing too, is that this is what's the difference between the dolls and the robot dolls? It's just that the sex bots move.
Well, yeah, they move. They're now building them with interactive capabilities, so you can actually interact with them. They have little speakers. They talk, and yeah, all sorts of stuff.
None of these guys are going to want these things to talk. Sorry, had throw that in there.
I've seen videos where they're talking about bringing in porn stars to do the voices and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and Real Dolls does casts of porn stars, so you can actually. They'll do a life cast of a porn star, and you can have a real doll built with her body. Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, just a little. Okay, so there are 4 dolls to choose from, including blue-haired Aki? I don't know how you say that name. Whose look is inspired by the
Akai.
Japanese name, Akai.
Yeah, they pronounce that.
It's already opened a similar facility in Barcelona where men are able to have sex with a range of dolls at prices starting from £100 an hour. That's $300 an hour. Because isn't a British pound worth about $3?
I don't know what the exchange rate is.
With
now.
Lummy Dolls, customers can perform any of their sexual fantasies they do not dare to do with a woman. All right, so kind of an interesting question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to start building children dolls for sexual pleasure?
They already do. And it's already been ruled not child pornography to do 3D animation in animation drawings of children because it's not actually depicting an actual child.
But a drawing depicts a child.
But it's a drawing of a child, and that's where the law
Gets gray.
That's where the law has drawn the line and saying is that it's not no actual child is being harmed because it is not an actual photograph or depiction of a child. It is a drawing of a child. So yes, it's technically a depiction, but
what is it we want? What we first see, and what we first crave. Crave's not the right word. There was a line in The Silence of the Lambs that Anthony Hopkins said that we desire what first we see, or something to that effect. And that was the clue that led Agent Starling to James something. I can't remember what his last name was, but the guy that was killing the women, the serial killer.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
But wouldn't the same thing be that? Wouldn't it be the same thing? I mean, that's what my thought is. Is if these guys see cartoons of children, they're going to want real children. And even if they make dolls, aren't they going to say, well, this is just a doll, I want a real live child?
Well, if you make one well enough, I don't know. I mean, I can see the argument for it, saying that it'd be better for them to be with a doll than abduct or molest real children. But we kind of got off on a tangent on this one, but
but
my
I'm
point
just,
of bringing up the
whole show's a tangent, anyways. I mean, we run off and
the point I wanted to bring up about the robot revolution and with the dolls. The reason I pulled that article up is because even sex workers, the oldest profession, is now at risk.
So so it's prostitution with a live person, but is it still sex, and how is that governed, and so on and so forth? I mean, granted, it's probably a lot cleaner, and it'll probably cut down on the transmission of sexually transmitted diseases considerably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's also some spiritual and religious issues I could.
Oh yeah, there's
I
a
could
ton
brush,
of
but I'm not
issues,
gonna. I don't want to go there. At least not yet. But so if this doll, because I'm looking at this one, this is the Japanese doll. She just happens to be up on screen, and see the redheaded one looks fake. The blonde looks kind of real, but I wonder what the touch and feel of it is. Can you tell that? I'm assuming you can tell it's a doll.
I would assume so.
But it'd have to be, you'd have to have it warm to the touch, things like that, because plastic isn't warm to the touch. I mean, there's all kinds of issues that I could see with this. That's the what is it called? That's the business side of me.
Well,
the other side of me then
robots
says,
could be built with warmers in there. I know that they recommend, because I've gone to the site to look just out of curiosity, but they recommend if you want them warm to either put them in a warm bath or wrap them in an electric blanket before you cuddle up with your doll.
The way you said the last part, to cuddle up with your doll.
Well, that's what they say on there. So it's like, okay.
Katie is 170 centimeter tall. How tall is that? Find out how tall it is.
170 centimeters.
Katie is a 170 centimeters tall doll with large breasts and is very realistic to the touch. She is modeled on a European woman and has a, quote, penetrating gaze, end quote.
66.9 inch.
So that's 5'6".
Yeah.
So 5'7".
Yeah, they have still frames and stuff in there.
Lisa is 168 centimeters tall and has a sculpted body and is described as, quote, the perfect submissive, end quote. Really? Give me a break. I like the Katie one saying that penetrating gaze. Really? Jeez.
So, yeah.
Lily is from Asia, according to the website, and is hard to distinguish from a real woman. She will gladly please you in everything you want and demand. I don't see how that's possible, but okay. And then Aki is for fans of Japanese animation and who have always wanted to experience sex with one of the hyper-sensualized characters. She has bright blue hair.
So, there you go.
Inside the store that makes terrifying and realistic sex dolls. Oh, see, now here's a sex dolls one.
Right. But the point was, Greg's getting really into this.
I mean, well, because here's
article,
the thing is, you say I'm getting really into it. It makes it sound like I'm.
No, you're really
I'm
interested
just saying
in
this
it.
is like,
Yeah, but see, people need to wait.
Nevertheless, the dolls are made using thermoplastic elastomer, a polymer renowned for its softness. And the website is keen to point out that the dolls are properly disinfected with special antibacterial soaps before and after each service. Nonetheless, visitors are urged to use a condom. That's gross.
Yeah, that wasn't my point. My point is that even the oldest profession is now at risk.
Right, I understand. I understand what your whole...
I keep trying to bring it back to the robot revolution. He's all jumping off the end. But, people, they've... I had an article here.
But it's the robot revolution. If it takes over the oldest profession in the book, then everything from there is just downhill.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what happens. Because it could be a utopian society where robots take over, they do everything for us. And
we just wander around and enjoy the day.
We can enjoy the day, work on art, and, be with your family and stuff. So
here's,
it could go the other way, too.
Right, so part of me was thinking, oh, my God, is this the right direction to go with things? But here's the flip side. Is it, in a utopian society, if the robots did everything, planted food, cooked, etc., blah, 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 and then you start to make all those leaps, wouldn't that expand on the arts?
Well, yeah.
Not just art, but music and
all of the arts.
Philosophy and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean...
But still it comes down to somebody's got to run it, somebody's got to pay for it.
Somebody's got to design it, somebody's got to program them. Yeah,
right.
I mean, there's still going to be some jobs. But, like... the assembly lines. When the Model T was brought out, and Ford, you had all those guys, and then over time robots have taken over. You go into a plant now, and it used to take hundreds of people to build a car. Now it takes tens or 20s of people to build a car, because they run all the...
We also look at the time. Do you know how many 727s come out of the production line every day at Boeing?
I think it's one per day, isn't it?
Two.
Two per day. Yeah.
Yes, every day, 365 days a year.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine that parking lot?
It's a big parking lot.
Yeah. They're putting 2 out a day.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that, and I was absolutely blown away. And
But-
it's every day in, day out, just keeps trucking along.
Well, I saw a video where they were printing houses with a specialized concrete pump that was on a robotic arm.
Yeah.
And they literally printed a house in a few hours. So, like 3D printing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the revolution's here, guys. It's on its it's not on its way. It's already here. It's just sneaking up on us. So, be prepared for the future.
Yeah, it definitely isn't sneaking up on us. It's taking us... Will capitalism survive the robot revolution? That's interesting.
Yep. Well, we're done kind of long
Okay,
tonight
yeah.
because it's been a interesting show.
Holy cow, we're at 39 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
So we've kind of talked a lot about my books tonight. So we'll just tell them it's available on Amazon.com for the...
Folks, I am pushing to have Book 4 edited and back to James by next Sunday. We're also pushing forward on the audiobooks. I don't know when that'll be released, but I do know that you have a release date, though, for Book 4, right?
Yeah, definitely will be published on Kindle before the 19th of May, for sure. Because there's the storyteller competition that Kindle has that I'm trying to get involved in. And then I need the hardbacks or hard copies published before the Memorial Day weekend.
Well, because you will have some on hand at the
Infilad,
Yes.
the wargaming show here in Olympia at the Red Lion over Memorial Day weekend, where tin-soldier.com will be. So if you want to come down, if you're local or in the area or Portland, Seattle, come to the show. It's open to the public. If you want to play games, you do have to register and pay. But if you just want to come around, walk around, buy stuff from the vendors, you're more than welcome to come do so.
And Dominic St. Clair will be making an appearance.
I'm trying to get the new character, Lexi Starfire, to come down too.
Who is she? You want to tell me who she's after? Who she is patterned after?
Do you really have to ask that question? Lexi Starfire.
Oh, okay.
He makes the leap. So I don't want to say her name because I don't know if she's comfortable with that yet, but we'll see. A friend of mine.
Well, okay, you're good. You don't have to keep going. I wasn't saying anything.
No, I was explaining
But here's
you and I know what we're talking about,
so
but
the
the people
funny
out
part-
there listening and downloading, they're like, who the hell, what? So I
right.
just
Well, the
kinda
funny
did that
part,
for them.
yeah, but here's the funny part though too, is I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to wear.
What clothes would be good?
No, but I mean, because he definitely, I've got to find some kind of a wardrobe for him
Sure.
and try to figure out what he would wear.
But, yeah, so...
Okay, so anyways.
tin-soldier.com. Check them out if you're into miniature wargaming, collecting, diorama building, any of that kind of stuff. If you want paper models, original miniatures, they are the oldest continuously running American manufacturer of miniatures in the world.
Does she know?
Yes.
Okay.
She knows.
I didn't know if she knew that the character was patterned after her.
Yeah, that's why she's on the cover, because she told me if I was going to do a character, she had to be on the cover.
Okay. Oh, I see. I haven't seen the cover.
Well, I'll show it to you after the show.
Okay.
We're working on it. But
Let's see. Shout out to Sam. Wait a sec. Hey James, what's your podcast again?
yeah, that's Brandon. Guy I met last
Oh.
night who's with the Olympia Film Society.
I
can
guess you get to. When is it? Well, we
you
just
have the
finished
mouse.
it.
I can't answer him back until.
Well, here, do you want me to throw it over to you?
No, we'll pass it underneath.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So
Okay,
keep
anyways,
talking while I answer him.
Shout out to Sam and Shelby back at Fort Benning, Georgia. Hi, guys. Sam goes back to work Wednesday after being on con leave for a month for surgery on his hand. He's healed real well and know that they're doing great. Big shout out to Erin, my daughter down in Flagstaff, as she's busting her rear end, working hard and getting stuff done. Let's see. Is there anybody else we need to shout out to?
We kind of really did a big shout out at the beginning of the show for the the cast and crew of Penny Palabras. So
Yeah.
we're good there.
Big time. It'll be. I think that. I told you that anytime there's more security, let me know. I'll be more than happy to come out and get it on my calendar. Because here's what I'll tell you: that I lost a day's wages by coming to work for you guys because it was volunteer and it was free. But it was, you know what? It was worth it. It really, really was. It was a lot of fun to watch, as well as keep some of the.
Man, your camera's
Locals
tripping
away.
out, man.
Is it really?
Yeah, I don't know why. All of a
So-
sudden, you're just your camera.
Of course.
You're cursed. This always happens to Greg.
Okay, I think that we're about done.
Yeah, so we'll probably
We
wrap
got
it
a
up.
lot
but-
of stuff.
Whoops. Yeah, so that was
Okay.
Brandon popping up there.
go
So,
ahead.
yeah.
I'm watching this screen to give me a headache.
Dude, why is your camera going nuts?
I don't know. Maybe it's time for us to go.
Okay, yeah, that's the universe saying time to get off the show.
All right.
So,
Thanks for joining us tonight.
yeah, I got to find my end music now. There it is, number 3. It's been a long day. 3 hours. 3 hours of sleep. But before Greg completely goes, my camera craps out on him, we're going to get off the air here. So, thanks for joining us. Next week, we'll have another topic.
Well, no, I thought we were going to talk about.
What? Your camera's gone. It just toasted.
Okay, no, we were going to talk. Wait, we had a topic. I said, why don't we talk about?
Oh, we'll say it real quick.
I can't remember what it was now.
Oh.
Man, I got
That'll
a
be another
headache.
mystery topic.
Oh.
Check facebook.com/dude I got an idea, and Greg will put out something.
All right,
so.
folks. We love you and we miss you. You guys take care. Thanks for listening, James.
And we're out of here. You guys appreciate all your support, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Y'all have a great week.